couple of days ago, what we had promised you was a comprehensive video in a few days. And that's why we're here right now, because if you want to skip this, your choice. But this video is going to be about something that we had talked about a couple of days ago. We had talked about it a few days back, and if you remember, 4 basic components that you desperately need in order to learn English as a native language. So, without wasting enough our time, what we mentioned was reading, listening, writing, and speaking. As I mentioned before, all of these 4 steps are necessary to learn English, not only English, but any language as a native one, and literally you will be able to speak that with a good accent, with a good vocabulary, and with a good fluency as well. That is something 100% guaranteed. So let's get started. The reading part. That is possibly the most fundamental and the most basic part in literally learning anything, not only any language. Literally anything. What you have to do is you actually have to read about it. You actually have to know more. You have to increase your knowledge in general. So that is something very important. That is something very basic as well, as I mentioned before. So what you should do is you should actually get started with the reading part. So what I want you to do is to get your journey started from reading, because reading part is, to be very honest, the most basic and the most fundamental ever, because it forms the basis for any further step you're going to take. Anything you will do after that, it should begin with the reading part, because that is what enhances not only your knowledge but also your personality as a whole. I'm going to suggest you to go with it because that's what I got started with. It takes 21 days to make a habit. That is not something I'm quoting by myself. That is something science has proved. I mean, for a man to build a habit, it takes 21 days to be exact if he does the same thing every single day. 21 days, it's going to be a habit for you. So what I want you to do is just read for the next 21 days, make it your habit, make it your routine. Now, the question is, what exactly should you read? If you're comfortable with novels, well and good. If you're comfortable with something else, because novels is something that would maybe boost your morale, boost your journey as well, because it consists of a variety of different words. And when you actually go through that variety, you will actually learn and you will start to perceive, and that's going to be the most beneficial part for you, because that is something you're going to do in the very beginning. Seriously, think about it. Now, moving to the second part, listening. What is listening? I mean, honestly, there is a difference between listening and hearing. I mean, I've heard certain things, but I've not listened to them, and I can listen to certain things and I cannot hear them. That's completely different. I'm going to explain to you why and how. Hearing means detection of sound, generally. If you're able to actually detect sound in your environment and you're able to get it inside of your ears, you're hearing it. But if you're able to actually perceive it, if you're actually able to analyze that, and you're able to literally understand that and respond and react to that accordingly and appropriately, that's when you actually listen. So I'm not talking about hearing, my friend. What I'm talking about is listening. So what I want you to do is to actually detect the sound waves, and if they're in English, just listen to them. Just understand them. Try to get hold of them. Try to actually understand what's being said. Because if you're able to listen to something over and over again and you're not giving up just like that, then you may be able to understand that as well very, very soon. And that will get you very, very far as well, not only in English, but in your entire life. Because this is something that's going to be helpful, not only in this field, but literally in your entire life. Not giving up will get you very, very far. Trust me. Just listen to them consistently and you will get there very, very soon. You will actually get to hear and actually understand and hence listen what that person is saying. Because this is a pro tip, to be honest. This is a tip that I have followed for the past couple of years and I have found it helpful. If you actually stick to one person, you can actually find one speaker who speaks very good, very fluently, and you actually get to listen to him. You literally you just confine yourself to him. You literally just listen to him all the time. What you do is to copy that. Just try to understand and try to say it like that. Try to maybe repeat certain words and try to literally repeat what he's trying to say. Not many of you may know this right now, but that one person may become your idol, and that one person will help you to get through it, because the words coming out of his mouth, the words, the vocabulary he is having, the words he is used to speak, and every single thing that actually gets to form a pattern. When you actually frequently listen to him or her, it will form a pattern inside of your head that you are going to perceive involuntarily. Focus on what he's saying, and that pattern will stick to your mind. That is something very genuine and something very normal as well. And to any person with a functional brain, this should be very much regular, very normal, very much obvious. Because when you are actually used to hearing someone, when you stick to someone, when you confine yourself to a same damn pattern, then you get to master that. Then you actually get hold of it and you actually understand and learn from it. I want you to actually listen to some specific person, anyone, your choice, totally your call. Whatever you want to do is just go for it. Whoever you want to listen to, just go for it, no problem. This game is something that involves every single thing. Learning English language should not be confined. It should be fun. You can listen to songs, music, you can listen to podcasts, news channels, drama serials, movies, literally anything. It should just enter your ear. That's the main thing. That's what it's called listening, right? I had clarified in the beginning that there's a difference between listening and hearing, so it's you who have to confirm that you are listening and not hearing. But to do that, something needs to enter your auditory canals. That is the main point. Just like you can read anything, you can listen anything as well, except for the fact that it should be in English. What we have next is writing. I've talked about this before, I will again, but in a very, very detailed manner this time. A very confined and a very specific manner this time. Because last time we were here, what I told you was, when your speaking skills don't help you, your writing skills should. And writing is literally very, very necessary. It is not the most basic though, but one of the most important as well. One of the most important part. You know what? If you're able to listen to something, if you're able to read something, but you're not taking out time to write that down, you may not get where you want to be. As I speak, mark my words, writing will get you very, very far if you actually go for it. You've read a book, for example. You've just finished it. Just read the last page. An hour's rest, and you listen to certain things. You start listening to songs and stuff. You're listening to speeches. You're listening to podcasts, and okay, cool. In the end of the day, what you do is you just grab a notebook and a pen, and then what you do is you actually write what you learned. You write new words, new sentences, new phrases. You just list them down, just note them in the form of a list and repeat them in such a manner that will actually help you. Writing stuff down is very important. And when you get to write new phrases, new sentences, new idioms, maybe new words that you've learned, every single thing that you learn, when you actually get to write them down, they're going to stick in your mind for some time. And they're going to stick as if they're literally meant to be yours. In your vocabulary, in your word bank that you have in your mind, they're going to add up. They're going to actually add up, and they're going to help you when you go for the next step, when you go for the fourth step. That I am going to let you know just in a moment. But first, what we're going to do is we're going to finish what we have to discuss in writing. I'm not here to make you an author, a successful one. No, that's not who I am. That's not why I'm here. That's not why I'm recording this video at this moment. I am here to tell you how can you speak English very well, and in order to do that, you need to write what you've listened to, you need to write what you've learned. The fourth step is something that all the three steps that you have initiated before, that you have went for, that you've gone for before, as a whole, if you have gone for them, the fourth step is going to be nothing. It's going to be the easiest one if you have gone for them. If you have properly adopted them, the fourth step is going to be nothing. The fourth step is going to be a child's play for you. And that, my friend, is speaking. Speaking English as a native. Every single thing that you've listened to, you've read, or you've written down will be of no use to you. That will be of no service to you. So that is going to be something disastrous. And I don't want that. I want to avoid that. Don't act like a sucker, and don't actually get to know that just because you couldn't speak, just because you didn't have enough confidence, just because you didn't have enough courage to actually make sounds, it literally hurts when you get to know that you're not able to speak because you don't have enough confidence, you don't have enough courage, you don't actually think that you're capable of doing it. Even though you have been through all of the hell that I just spoke about in this video, literally, it hurts. Therefore, just slowly go for it. Mimic every single thing you listen to. Read every single thing you write. Trust me, if you have followed 4 of these basic steps properly and you actually devote yourself to them every single day, trust me, your English skills will get better every single day and you will notice considerable changes in them. That is something I'm guaranteeing. That is something that's on me. Something I'm 100% sure of and certain of, because that's something I am going through right now and I have gone through in the past as well. I've been going through that for a couple of years ago. Don't ever get satisfied of yourself. Be hungry for more. Want more. Go for more, okay? This is something I want you to understand. This is a never-ending journey of yours. I am still going through that. I am still on the same track as you will be in a few moments if you're motivated enough by this video. I don't want you to ever stop yourself. I don't want you to ever resist from diving even deeper into this whole damn ocean. I don't want you to do that. Because the day you do so, you will fail, potentially. So last but not least, I want you to actually summarize all of the stuff we have learned. This video was about 4 basic components that you need to actually adopt to learn English as a native language. Reading, listening, writing, and speaking. And all of these you have to go through in order to be able to speak English fluently with ease. And don't forget to stay tuned for our upcoming videos because a lot of potential content is waiting for you. Make sure you don't miss out. Thank you.